Hey, okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. We're doing something a little bit wild and crazy tonight, which is no surprise. We're going to try to search for what's called a Mersenne Prime. Okay, and the reason, of course, as always, we're going to use ChatGPT. We're going to get ChatGPT to actually write us in our program to calculate Mersenne primes. Okay, to identify Mersenne primes among numbers which it creates. Okay, so we may ask first of all, what is a Mersenne prime? Or what is a prime? A prime is a number that can only be divided by 1 in itself. Okay, so 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 2 is a prime because it can only be divided by 1 in itself. 4 is not a prime because it can be divided by 1 and 2 and so forth. 3 is a prime because it can only be divided by 1 and 3. Okay, and so the big news is that the new largest prime number has been found, and it contains 136,249,000 prime to 41 million digits. Okay, and there's a link to this video and other videos about this in the description below. Okay. And there's a website here that has all to do with it, Mersenne Prime search. Okay, we're going to come over here to ChatGPT. We're going to say, what's a Mersenne Prime? Have a spatial importance in number theory, and they are often used to search for large prime numbers. Additionally, they play a key role in algorithms for primality testing and cryptography. Would you like to know uh, oh, look at this. There's a prime function apparently. So we need to install GIMP. So let's install this. GIMP plot. That's interesting. So what is this package? Well, multiple precision arithmetic. Let's see. Multiple precision arithmetic, big integers, rationals, prime number test, matrix computation, arithmetic without limitations, using the C library. Okay, let's come up here and let's load. All right. So it's back over here. And of course, as always, if you're in the background there, don't be bashful. Just stop on by the chat session and say hi, okay? Let me see something here.
Sherrod Brown voted for the most conservative immigrant.
Okay, I don't know if this is actually true or not, but I've had times when the so okay. So this is our first test. So what we want to do, we want to use it as a time test where it generates the numbers for a given period of time and then finds the number of I don't understand why it does this for us. That doesn't make any sense. Why did this print it out? Okay, whatever happened there, it didn't actually print anything out, did it? Did I forget to close off at the bottom? Yeah, I did. There. Okay, that worked. We will say 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and stuff like that, okay? So how does it know it's 1 minute? Okay. So this is going to run for one. Let's see what the instructions say here. Okay, time monitoring. Search minds functions now takes the time in minutes. It monitors the runtime using systime function. Elapsed time after each iteration, the program checks if the elapsed time has exceeded the specified time at stop condition. Time limit. You can set the time limit by modifying the value. For example, giving 1 means each program will search for 1 minute. So what do you think? Let's start with 1 minute, shall we? So this could take a while, couldn't it? I was thinking about doing something crazy, like, hey, let's do it for 5 minutes. So let's see what 1 minute gives us. So the obvious question is, how fast can this computer count in 1 minute? Okay. So let's go back over here. Let's take a look at our first run over here. Again, it said, what was it? Did we run that a second time? I guess not. Oh, what we did last time was, okay, in 1 minute. You're giving feedback on a new version of ChatGPT. Okay. Yes, the program was provided not only to find the... Okay, good. The value of n is printed whenever a prime is in line. Oh, okay. Okay, good. let's take a okay. What about creating a data frame that contains the data? I'll be right back. Don't go away. So what we want to do is we also want to create either a data frame or a file that contains it, okay? So right now this is a 1 minute time test, okay? So how are you people out there? Oh, it's finished, isn't it? So this is the prime, and this is the number. Okay. So that was this last one, right? We're getting closer. The only thing is we don't really want to print this stuff out like it's just blankly to a screen, I don't think, okay? So anyway, you come down, now hopefully every time we run this, it gives us a new value, okay? Let's come back up here. Now we don't really need to keep the first two, okay? Now the obvious question is, what method does it use? What method does the in prime function use? Okay, I'm happy with this so far. So let's come back up here. Let's get rid of the first three. Okay. Right. So what does this mean? That's a list. So we got 20 rows. So let's come back up here. We can actually drop this because we loaded up there. Right? Alright. Do I have DT? Install. So of course we are in the background, and by all means, stop by the chat session and say hi. And if you understand more about Mersenne Prime than I do, by all means stop by the by the chat session and explain it to me also. Now we're not actually using tidyverse at this point, okay? So we come back over here then. Nothing changes up here, but where it changes is clear back down at the bottom down here. Of course, what we need to come back up here, okay, at the top and put in a okay. Again, we're still running at 1 minute here. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay. Okay. Let's come back up here then. What should we do? Oh, how long should we go? How many minutes should we go for here? Oh, man. Let's go for 5 minutes, okay? And just to let you know, I'm not going to sit there for 5 minutes and wait for this to run. It is now 9. We're going to start at 9:30. Come back in 5 minutes and we'll check it, okay? So I'll see you back here in 5 minutes, all right? Okay, I'm going to be sitting there, but if you want to go get a cup of coffee and come back, by all means, do it, okay? I'm just sitting looking at my tablet, so don't pay any attention to me. Oh, come. There's got to be more than 2 watching this tonight. But if you're that second person, stop by the chat session and say hi, okay? Seduced by the fountain pens. The jury begins. There's a guy called Hemingway Jones. He's a pretty nice guy, apparently so. Family man, wife, a daughter, and his YouTube channel is all about fountain pens and journeying and stuff like that. So his latest video is called "Seduced by Fountain Pens." The journey begins. Okay. Now my fountain pen journey begins a couple of months ago. This is actually the second one I got. I thought I lost the first one, so I ordered this. Okay. And what inspired me to go to fountain pens, I guess, was I wanted to go back and brush up on my cursive writing skills. I thought, if you're going to go back and do cursive writing, you got to use a fountain pen, not a ballpoint pen, a fountain pen, okay? And this pen cost me maybe $25. Like I say, it's actually the second one I've had. The first one was this here, which is a Kawasaki something or other. As you can see, it's kind of short. It's actually a pocket pen. It's designed to fit in your pocket. Take it out, okay, and there you have a little pen, okay. But like I said, for some reason I wanted to start refreshing my my writing skills, my cursive writing skills, and so I decided to start with that. And what that's led me to is into another spiritual avenue, and that is what I'm doing every day. I'm writing 2 verses. I'm going through the book of Psalms, numerically 1 to 150, and every day I'm writing 2 verses from a psalm. So I'm currently on. So I do Psalm 1, 2. The first day I did the first day I did verse 1 and 2. The next day I did verse 3 and 4, and so forth. And now I think I'm up to I'm up to Psalm 14 of 150. So I figure it's going to take me about 3 years to finish this spiritual exercise, okay? But fountain pens are like, there are people out there who collect fountain pens. It's like, why do you need 5 or 10 fountain pens for? You can only write with one at a time, And fountain pens, can run from, $15, $20 like mine here, up to over $1,000 for some pens. It's kind of like, anyway, Hemingway Jones, he's kind of a nice guy, very calm way of presenting his stuff, and and again, he talks about fountain pens, he talks about journaling, he talks about books used to be journaling and stuff like that, and he goes to a lot of pen shows and stuff like that, and that's kind of where he's at, and I'm not really sure where my fountain pen journey is going to lead me yet, but anyway, it's there you have it. 9:34. So at some point we should be ending this here, right? We'll know when it's finished and the data frame shows up here, okay? So you can see it's still going. Oh, it should be getting very close. Yes, it is. We now reach the end. Why does it still have 23 entries for? Interesting. Or does it? So let's make a note here. The last prime with a 5-minute time let's just put that there. Now let's change this. Let's change this back to 1 and see what happens, okay? Of course, the question, what would happen if I ran it for like all day or something like that? But first we have to verify that it is actually creating new numbers. You're making sure we're not repeating ourselves here. Okay, this is 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. So why does it always have the same number of rows? So let's run one more 5-minute test. So are we using the big Z? What the heck is a big Z? So let's do one more 5-minute test, okay? Now, of course, if this number the second time is different, we got a problem, okay? We got a problem. So anyway, what we're looking for is this number over here, okay, 4423, because that's the value of n, all right? So here we go. Let's actually do something different. Let's actually render this, okay, and see exactly what happens. Now, we probably don't want to print out, this up here, except until it's finished. And with that, my dear friends, I'm going to go ahead and bring this session to a close. I hope you found this interesting, if you know what I mean. So I certainly think it is. And I hope you go out and check out those videos. There's a link to all the videos, the 3 videos, in the description of the video. Go out and watch the videos. Of course, watch, support stand-up math, that crazy math guy from Australia, I think he is. Anyway. Okay. For that, my friends, I'm going to bring this session to a close.